NC State needs to learn from last night. Last night they lost to UNC. First of all, I understand. We're probably doing this even too soon. The game was last night. It started at 8. It hasn't even been 24 hours. The wounds are still fresh. I get it, State fans, if you just want to be mad. Right? If you just want to be unacceptable. It was at home. Baycott didn't play well. He didn't play much. The fouls were there. DJ Burns this. You're like, oh, we missed the shots. Unacceptable. If you want to be that still, completely fair. Fresh wound. You do you.
Valid.
But at some point, you need to look at this game and learn. You need to say, all right, what do we do to make sure that doesn't happen next time? What do we do so the next time, if Armando Baycott doesn't play well or doesn't play much, we can take advantage of it? Lessons learned. NC State ran out of gas. They were, I don't know if you want to say hanging around, staying in it. They were clinging to life. They were alive to pull off the upset until they ran out of gas. And UNC put a little bit of a run in there, whatever it was, 7-9, 11-0 run in the middle of the second half, and the game was over after that. You didn't have the NOS boost, right, the extra gas to go chase them back down. That's a lesson in their rotation, right? That's a lesson in their rotation. By the way, Cam Woods, again, really, I don't know what's up with his availability, but not in the game.
He was dressed.
MJ Rice got a little bit of burn. If you're going to be the team that says, and Coach Keats says it, right? He said it on the Pack Therapy podcast, an episode I recorded with him. I got to chat with him. He said it to the media. He said it to the broadcast crew. They referenced it a few times during the game. If you're going to be the team that says, we have 8 guys we feel comfortable starting and a couple others we feel comfortable in the rotation, you then can't also be the group that runs out of gas. Because 8 guys that you're comfortable starting means you can save minutes, you can stagger minutes and make sure everybody's fresh for the end. Here's Hubert Davis, head coach of UNC, saying that the Tar Heels controlled the tempo in the second half.
And then in the offensive end, I think in the second half we played offense at our pace. One of the things is NC State is so good defensively and they pressure you. One of the things I just kept repeating to them, don't let their pressure, don't let their defense dictate and decide how we play on the offensive end. I felt like in the first half, they sped us up. In the second half, I felt like we were playing at our pace, and we were able to shoot better, get to the penalty, and make enough free throws and be able to extend the lead.
They're controlling the tempo. You ran out of gas. It's a lesson there, right? And by the way, that happens sometimes at home in rivalry games, where the first 5 minutes, like you're hyperventilating, you're so into it, the energy is there. You score the first bucket, it's DJ Burns. The crowd is chanting DJ Burns. Like you can exhaust your reserves pretty darn quickly in that scenario, and it looked like they did a bit. Now let's talk about the shooting, right? Because NC State didn't shoot the ball very well, and that's the number one thing I'm seeing State fans either upset about or explaining the loss with. Right? They're either upset saying, we don't have any shooters. You need to be able to knock down open shots. You need shooters, shoots. It's modern basketball. Shoot, spacing, shoot. Or I'm hearing, well, yeah, bad day shooting, right? Everybody's going to lose on a bad day shooting. Everybody has bad day shooting. Next time, if they have a good day shooting, it'll be a completely different game. It's all about make and miss. Sometimes it's a tough day to shoot. Shooters, shoot. NC State couldn't shoot the ball for anything, but I'm looking at the shots more than the make-miss. The shots were very rarely good shots. I saw the shot charts today, right? And that's you've seen them before, right? Little draw up of the court, and you have little X's for misses, O's for makes, and it's where all the shots are taken. And on one side of the graphic, it had UNC's shot chart. On the other side, it had NC State's shot chart. And I'm looking at it, and UNC's shot chart looks like how the analytics crowd would want you to have your shot chart look in college basketball. All in near the bucket, layups, short, little gimmies, and hugging the three-point line. All the way around the perimeter, hugging the three-point line. Right? Analytics said those are the 2 most efficient shots, open threes and shots at the rim. Mm-hmm. State's shot chart was scattered all over the place. There were shots at the rim, shots at the bucket. There were threes. There were deep threes, which are different than threes where you're right at the line, right, where you're putting 4 or 5, 6 feet between you and the line. There were a ton of long twos, which are the cardinal sin of analytics basketball. There were free throw line jumpers, like a step inside the free throw line, which is like that weird float. Do you shoot a form jumper? Do you float it? Do you finger roll it? It's like that tweener area, a step inside that even. Or the short corner. There were a ton of shots all over the place. That tells me NC State wasn't getting to their spots and settling for a lot of those shots. It's very rare that Kevin Keatts would draw up a play, that any college basketball coach would draw up a play going, you know where? All right, if we run this correctly, right? If our offense is humming, moving like a well-oiled machine, we're going to get that shot, 10 feet off the baseline, so not quite the corner, and 1 step inside the three-point line. That's the shot that we're aiming for. Defenses will give you that shot. So State saying, oh, we didn't shoot well, sometimes that's a product of the shots you took, right? Like, oh, normally I shoot 40% from 3. Tonight we shot 9.6% from 3. Okay, well, normally are you taking open corner threes, the best shot in basketball? And last night were you taking dribble, pull-up, end-of-the-shot clock threes from the extended elbow near the out-of-bounds line? Because that might explain why your shooting percentage was low. Were you taking a lot of long twos? That might explain why your shooting percentage was low. So I'm just looking at the shot chart going, it kind of agrees with what my eyes told me while I was watching that game, which was there weren't a ton of shots that went up that were no good, that I went, oh my gosh, you have to hit that. Because when that happens, it is just a bad shooting night, right? If you truly have an open 3 in the corner and with a good shooter, because the people that take the shot also matter. If you truly have like a wide open 3, good shooter, and they clank it, oh man, tough day. If you have a good shooter taking a bad shot, I'm still never going to go like, oh, what a brutal beat. You didn't get that one? It's bad shot. Also, we have to talk about this. NC State got the full DJ Burns experience last night.
Oh, yeah.
The good and the bad.
We all did.
Yeah. Armando Bacot did. He had to guard DJ Burns, particularly early in that game when Burns was really being physical. Here's Bacot on going up against the bigger Burns.
I think today I saw that I got a lot smaller and he got a lot bigger. I told him, I'm like, damn.
Bigger how?
I mean, I don't know. He felt a lot bigger than he did last year. And I told him that, I'm like, dang. I mean, because, I dropped like 10, 15 pounds. And it was tough. And I mean, coming into an environment like this, I mean, every time we get the ball, they're going crazy. And I'm like, oh, Lord. But I mean, it was good. I mean, I thought overall we did a great job. Jay Wash stepped in and played huge, and he couldn't really get in a rhythm. And honestly, with a team like that, we'll live with that. Just twos like that. I mean, because if they're making twos, they're not making threes, and that's what we want.
You can't guard DJ Burns at times. Too big, too strong. That's the good. And there were 3 or 4 possessions. They went to him in that left block, and he was just boom, 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 footwork, finish.
And he has a great touch.
Yeah, the soft touch. It's all there. Teams can attack him on the other side, though, and UNC did. They did everything they could to get whoever he was guarding setting the screen on the high pick and roll, and whether it was the communication, the footwork, whatever it was, that was some of their best offensive possessions. Were out of that look where they got DJ Burns out there making decisions, and obviously if they got him switched out onto a guard on the perimeter, that's not a good position for NC State. They need an answer for that. They need an answer for what happens if he gets caught in the pick and roll. Because if not, a team like UNC will just keep going back to it. And they've got enough ball handlers. Like it could be Ingram, could be Cadeau, could be Davis, it could be Ryan. They have enough ball handlers that they can all get into the pick and roll if that's where the matchup is.